Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to Rockpile Sports, where we cover many different events that are taking place around the world of competitive baseball, soccer, football, and more. Please consider subscribing and liking the video to be an OG on the channel. Today, we will be talking about the NBA Game 5 happening in 1 hour at the moment that I'm recording this video. And the Australia and the Socceroos going through 5-4 on penalty kicks against Peru, and then Costa Rica versus New Zealand, which starts tomorrow at I believe it is noon Mountain Time, for those of you who are interested. Alright, I've already done a bunch of previews on NBA Game 5, so this is going to be pretty short, but I'm just letting you guys know at the time that this video probably comes out, NBA Game 5 will be starting soon in Golden State between the Celtics and the Warriors. This is a very pivotal game because I think, I said this in the last video, I think whoever is going to win this game is going to go on to win the whole series. Normally Game 5s can kind of push a team over the edge in terms of winning a championship, and I think that's the case here. Normally when you have three games that you have won, you're pretty hyped because you know that one more win is going to get you that championship. So that's just my prediction for this game. I think the Celtics are going to probably win. I'm pretty sure I said the Celtics in my last video for the win to win. If I didn't, I'm going to look really bad, but pretty sure I said the Celtics, so that's who I think is going to win. Alright, that was pretty quick. Next, second out of the three things we're going to be talking about is Australia versus Peru. Today, the Socceroos getting 5 in penalty kicks against Peru's 4. No goals all game. Peru should have totally won. This is just my opinion. They had that two crazy chances in extra time. One where they had a great cross and it almost was batted in. The other one saved off the post and the rebound went wide. It's like, you can't get much closer than that. Australia barely held on, and at the beginning of penalty kicks, Australia missed and Peru scored. So they went second, Peru. So they already had a 1-goal advantage, and they were going second, which is good when you have an advantage like that. But all it takes is one miss. They ended up missing, and then they missed again when it went into 1-1 sudden death. After 5 rounds of penalty kicks, it goes to pretty essential sudden death, more of a quicker form of sudden death, and Peru missed there, and they also missed when it was just 5 rounds. So, I think Australia against a South American team did not play like they were hoping they were going to play. It came down to the goalpost. It came down to a lot of missed chances. And the stat sheet actually shows that it was pretty even, but I think towards the end there, it was just all Peru. Peru had more possession, Peru had more passes on offense, and they just looked like if there were goals to be scored in this game, one or two of them would be scored by Peru, and barely any would be scored by Australia, just based by the way that they were playing. But they were able to survive to extra time and get it out to penalties, where great saves, great shots, one thing led to another, and the Socceroos are back in the World Cup for the 5th straight year. Everybody in Australia woke up. As soon as they woke up, Australia won. So not very many people knew about it, but when they woke up, they figured it out, and I'm happy for the Socceroos fans, and I'm curious to see how Australia is going to do with France, Denmark, and Serbia. Alright, so finally, to wrap up this video, we will be talking about Los Ticos versus New Zealand. That is going to be taking place tomorrow. Costa Rica's currently in World Cup qualifying, is on an unbeaten streak. In 2022, they've not lost a single game, and they've drawn once. I'm pretty sure it was to Mexico. So the only time that they haven't won was against Mexico, and they still were able to pick up a draw. I'm definitely saying that Costa Rica's... I would not be surprised if Costa Rica absolutely dominates this game. New Zealand, coming off a 5-0 win against Solomon Islands, they're going to be riding into this game, but as it is, like, a lot of times, it's always New Zealand who is able to get to the playoffs for the Oceania region, and I don't think this is going to be the year for the Pacific Island countries. I just think Costa Rica is just really powerful at this point, and it seems like it seems like they make the World Cup every time now. And they beat the U.S. 2-0. The U.S. were definitely resting some people, but great form against the U.S. And the U.S. were coming into that game knowing that even if they lost, they'd have to lose by like 7 in order to not qualify. But still, Costa Rica's form is improving just at the right time, right for the big dance, trying to qualify for Qatar 2022. I'm going to say that Costa Rica gets 2 and New Zealand gets 0. Now, those were my official predictions back in April of this year for the World Cup playoff qualification matches. So yeah, I'm very looking forward to seeing that. Let me know what you guys think on how Australia is gonna do in the group with France, Denmark, and Serbia. Who's gonna win Game 5 tonight, and who is going to win and take up the very last but not least, World Cup spot, Costa Rica or New Zealand. Thank you guys so much for the support recently. We might be getting Twitter soon, and that'll be great for live updates. And also the Avs have qualified for the Stanley Cup, so we're probably going to be doing some live reactions there. So please stay tuned, and I will see you guys in the next video. Make sure to subscribe.